and some of them are also using civilian registration number plates for vehicles, the so-called Subarus. Is this particular policy also going to inform or address these concerns? Because in some instances, and especially from the human rights group, they are labeling this squad as a killer squad. And this also has been voiced and reiterated by the opposition, led by the former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, who says there is 101 units.
One more gentleman.
The figures in F42, I'd like to have a clarification if it's for both the protests, 25th and 7th. Also, on Sabasaba, there was minimal entrance of protesters to the city. Yet, ironically, it's the day that the numbers were the highest. So the killings were recorded in residential areas that happened. Are we seeing a trend of protests moving away from town and other counties, and what are we going to counter such in the future? Also, Julia Kariuki was one of the protesters in Nyeri. So she went to police custody. The next day she was arraigned. She went back to the cell. In the morning she was dead. Of course, the police, they released a statement that was clear on that. So we'd love to know if you've done investigations to find out what happened to her and what led to her death. Thank you.
Last one, the gentleman at the end.
As you know, there were reports that foreigners were involved in the kills. Can you confirm if that is the case?
Thank you. Let me say this. First, on the security officers, Seth Olale's question on security officers, how they were dressed, the vehicles they were using, and whether there is a specific team that is meant to kill people. First, let me say this, that a police officer, whether is wearing a uniform or not, is a police officer. And that police officer is bound by the law. There is no rules that excuse a police officer that if you are not in uniform, you can commit crimes or you can kill people. The same law that upholds killing of citizens by a police officer in uniform is the same law that also upholds the same from a police officer who is not in uniform. There are clearly indicated situations where a police officer may not be required to be in uniform. And sometimes when they're doing investigations. And some investigation officers are always embedded in these situations to make sure that they collect evidence immediately that will help in apprehending criminals. Police officers also, whether they're using a Subaru or walking on foot or using a lorry, are expected also to abide by the law. And that's why we say that any claims that there is a police officer who is killing people, whether he's in civilian or not, must be investigated, and we must ensure that those who have been affected by the actions are brought to justice. So there is no excuse. The dress code of a police officer is not an excuse. In fact, a police officer who sleeps in his house and there is an emergency and he needs to rescue a citizen does not need to wear a uniform. Just wake up and go and rescue, and then do what you need to do as a police officer. Then the rest is, the uniform is just for identification, when you need identification. So the point I want to make here is that all cases of excesses reported will be investigated equally. Number two is to say that there is no non-police squad that is involved in killing people, at least not in this administration and not that the cabinet secretary is aware of. It would be unconstitutional and illegal to establish a squad anywhere in